Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today is going to be the first of a 4-part series where we kind of do a best of Walt Disney World, where we give you our favorite attractions in each of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. And today we're starting with Magic Kingdom. Now these aren't in any particular order. We're not going to be ranking them from 5 to 1, from our least favorite to our most favorite. But one thing that we did say is it has to be an attraction that we do every time we go to that particular park. So that's just how we're kind of judging this. Like our favorites and something that we can't go to Magic Kingdom without doing. And the first attraction that we're going to talk about is Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is a staple every time we go to Magic Kingdom. I feel like a trip isn't complete unless we go on.
Yeah, we always go on it, at least once.
At least once, and a lot of times it's a walk-on usually,
Right.
so we're able to get on more than one time. But one of the main things I love about Pirates is that water smell.
Yeah, me too.
It's just that classic Disney water attraction smell. You smell it from the minute you walk in the queue. I just love the music. I love the theme song. Yo ho, yo ho is so iconic.
Right.
And I just love everything about it. Like the multiple scenes, the old animatronics, and then the cool new Jack Sparrow ones. Pirates is just something that we can't go to Magic Kingdom without doing.
Yeah, and for me, it brings back a lot of memories as a kid. I remember riding it with my family when I was little, and just seeing the progression over the years. Like Matt said, now Jack Sparrow's in it. The new redhead scene is different now, so I like that it still has some of the classic animatronics in it, but then they did incorporate some new things, so that was cool to see as well.
Yeah, so Pirates of the Caribbean for sure is on our list, and like I said, anytime we go to Magic Kingdom, we have to make a stop there and go on it, so it definitely makes our top 5.
And next on our list is Big Thunder Mountain. Now this is one of my particular favorite rides, and we always do it when we're at Magic Kingdom. I just love the roller coaster. I think it's a really good coaster. It's good for all different ages. It's not too big. There's not huge drops, and it's just a lot of fun. I feel like every time we go on it together, we're always cracking up and laughing the whole time, because we always say the little spiel in the beginning.
Best remove them.
Yeah. We love that, and it's just such a fun ride. I don't know.
Yeah, Big Thunder is a classic, and I really love the theming.
Yeah.
They have all those different things in the queue, and I know the queue could be hot, but for the most part it's covered. It has those cool interactive elements in the queue, which is cool, and I just love that Frontierland feel.
Yeah.
Of course that's the staple attraction of Frontierland along with Splash Mountain, but to me Big Thunder captures that Frontierland vibe way better than Splash Mountain does, because you're going through the canyons, it's an old train, you have all the mining elements to it. The theming is just really, really good, and it's just something that is quintessential Disney. You see it on all the commercials. And with Big Thunder too, I love the queue. The interactive elements are fun, and for me, the fun is from the second you get on the line to the second you sit down in the car till you hear best remove your hats and glasses. Just everything about the attraction is just so much fun.
And I feel like that's a roller coaster that I can go on time after time. I could keep riding it. It doesn't make me feel sick. It doesn't give me a headache. That's a roller coaster that I love riding, and I feel like we do multiple times.
Yeah, and it's fun too if you get to go on at night and you get to see the fireworks going off while you're on Big Thunder.
It's a whole different experience when you ride it at night, which is cool too.
Yeah, that's what I love about some of the outdoor attractions at Disney, is they have character during the day, but then they also come alive at night, and Big Thunder is one of those where it's lit up at night. It's a different experience, and it's kind of like you're on 2 different attractions. So Big Thunder, definitely on the list.
And speaking of mountains, our next favorite is Space Mountain. Now this is one that also brings back memories for me as a child. I remember going on it with my dad when I was little. It's just one of those quintessential Magic Kingdom rides that I feel like everybody wants to go on. It always has a long line, unfortunately, but if you're lucky enough to grab a fast pass, definitely ride it. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a lot of memories on it from the college program too, riding it with all of our friends. So it holds a lot of memories for us.
Space Mountain, you want to talk about not being able to go to Disney without going on a ride. Space Mountain for me is that ride.
Yeah.
And I just remember being a kid and being younger, the element of mystery that surrounded it. Because you walked into this, you didn't really know what you were walking into, because you just see the outside building, and it's dark in there, and the queue, and you really can't even see the people in front of you in the beginning of the queue. And then you kind of get to the area where you're about to load and you see all the rocket ships pulling up and you're like, wow, this is really cool. And then you sit. I like the way you sit where it's one in front of another. Although if you're tall like me, it's not the most comfortable ride experience. You have to sit in that first seat. But Space Mountain is just so much fun. Like how can anybody not enjoy Space Mountain unless you're scared of coasters, of course. But another fun element with Space Mountain too is you have the regular Space Mountain, which is there all the time. And then they also, bring in some overlays for the Halloween and Christmas parties. Now, some of them are good. Other ones, maybe not so much. The Christmas one from Very Merry this past year was really cool with all the red and green lights and the Christmas music. And then for Halloween, they had that one we went on that one time where it was just pitch black.
I was going to bring that up. And it does, it doesn't sound like so different than the original Space Mountain because it's already dark in there. But when I tell you, it was pitch black in there, like no little stars on the ceiling, nothing. Matt and I were like cracking up the whole time. We were like, we couldn't see like 2 inches in front of us, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. So that's another reason why we like Space Mountain is because during those special ticketed events, you can get a different experience on a similar ride, which is a lot of fun. Although I know this is a Magic Kingdom video, Disneyland Space Mountain to me is much better, but
I agree.
We're only talking about Magic Kingdom here. Now, an attraction for me that might be my favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom, and you might be like, are you crazy? The People Mover. I love the People Mover. And I know there's some more complex Imagineering style attractions like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train that's in Magic Kingdom. But the simplicity of the People Mover, to me, is what makes it so special. It takes you on a nice, relaxing ride around Magic Kingdom. Of course, now they're building the Tron coaster. You get to see Tron construction. You get to literally watch that be built. You get a little bit of Buzz Lightyear. You get to see into that ride a little bit. You get to see Space Mountain a little bit. And it's just a great way on a hot day to just cool off and just enjoy like great views around Tomorrowland.
Right, and I think we like People Mover for different reasons than maybe some of the other ones that we talked about. Like Matt said, like if you're tired, if we've been walking around a lot, if it's a really hot day, it's just a nice ride to sit on, get off your feet, do some people
watching.
People watching. And just seeing some of the like sights around Magic Kingdom. You go past the castle. Like Matt said, you go past a few of the rides in Tomorrowland, and it's really nice.
And People Mover has gotten really popular like over the past year or so, year to maybe 2 years. Like People Mover, nobody really ever went on it unless you were like us, like diehard Disney fans that just couldn't live without it. But now, I mean, on any given day, you could wait 30 to 45 minutes for the People Mover, which was never the case back in the day. And the fun thing that was, something you could do back in the day was you could just stay on. And sometimes they let you do that now.
If it's a slow day.
Right, but if you have a long line, we used to sit on there, go 3-4 laps around the People Mover and spend 30 minutes on the attraction. It was just a great way to kind of relax and unwind, see different sights, and to me, nothing is more relaxing in Magic Kingdom than just taking a ride on the People Mover.
We love it. Okay, and the last one that we have is the Haunted Mansion. And we both love this attraction so much. There is so many things that I love about the Haunted Mansion. The animatronics in it, the just the curiosity of like how everything works in there, I think is like what was so amazing to me. Even as a young kid, even now, I just love it so much. I can ride that a million times and just like try and see, each time I try and like find something new. Right.
And we know a lot, I mean, most people know, especially with the Imagineering story, how they do a lot of the illusions, like how the ballroom ghosts dance, like that Pepper's ghost illusion, how the
But it's still just so mind-blowing.
Right, and that was my point. My point was like, you can know how they do it, but when you see it in front of you, you're like, still, how did they do that? Even though you already know how they did it, which just shows how like remarkable of an attraction it is. And the storytelling aspect of Haunted Mansion is great too. Like the whole backstory with, Master Gracie and everything. It just leads to a fully complete attraction for me, where from start to finish, the second you walk in the queue and you see, everything from the tombstones to the busts that are there, like
the wedding ring and
the wedding ring and the cement, like everything ties together.
Yeah, and it all tells a story.
Like all tells a story. That is one of the attractions. at any Disney park, you know, whether it's Disneyland's version or Walt Disney World's version, that is, to me, might be the best storytelling attraction that exists. I feel like with an attraction like Haunted Mansion, knowing how they do certain things doesn't necessarily take away from the magic. I feel like it enhances it because you just have like that much more of a respect for how they pulled it off, and appreciation for the Imagineering behind it. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely one of our top favorites.
Yeah, and what's cool about Haunted Mansion too is it's so different in each park.
Yeah.
You know, Disneyland's version versus Disney World's. You know, they have things that we don't have. We have things that they don't have. So it's nice that they have similar versions of this that exist that are all kind of unique in their own way. But for us, we're always going to be biased and say that the Disney World version is our favorite just because that's the one that we grew up going on so many times. But yeah, Haunted Mansion, if we had to rank this, might be number one, but no rankings. So those are our 5 favorite attractions at Magic Kingdom. Again, it is just based on what we personally enjoy and attractions that we can't go to Magic Kingdom without doing.
Yeah.
There's other ones that are really awesome that were honorable mentions, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We don't do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train every time we go on. So for us, it's not one of our particular favorites. But we want to hear what your favorites are, so let us know down in the comments below what are some of your favorite Magic Kingdom attractions and things that you just can't not do if you go to Magic Kingdom.
So if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. It really helps us out. And if you're new, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any Disney videos in the future. And with that being said, we'll see you guys real soon.